All right. So if we try really to understand why are we here, very often we think, like most of the days we think, okay, I can't wait for a vacation. There's nothing greater to just relax. I just want to enjoy this world, um, and really, live life. You know. So the truth is that this is absolutely not really the reason we're here. It's as if we're trying to live here, Gan Eden, the physical Gan Eden, when really there's something much greater. So, what do I mean? He says, the Ramchal says, a person must understand that he was not placed in this world for ease and for rest, but rather for toil and exertion. Okay? Um, so therefore he must conduct himself in the manner of laborers who work for the employers. Um, as has been said, we are day laborers. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it the right way, but we're workers here. We're workers. In the manner of soldiers in a military campaign who eat in haste, sleep irregularly, and are always ready for the moment of battle. It says in Eov again, man was born to toil. When man accustoms himself to behave in this way, he will certainly experience God's service easily. So he's speaking here especially about alacrity, meaning to be able to have zeal and to do things to serve God with, excitement. We have to understand that comfort, relaxing, all that, yes, we need that once in a while. But if one is too focused on that, then one is gonna detest life. It's not gonna enjoy really life, because 90% of your time you're working. 90% of the time you have problems. 90% of the time you don't live the life of being in a yacht and traveling the world and vacation style, unless you're very, very rich and you spend your whole time doing that, yeah. But that's like the minority of the minority. So here it's I think it gives tremendous clarity, and it helps us really understand. First of all, in the Mr. Shems also says that this world doesn't make sense. The suffering of this world, all the problem of this world doesn't make any sense if there is no God, because then your life is hell because you have so much problem. So there's some sages who say don't have hell twice, hell here and hell when you die. If you want to enjoy only this world, then enjoy only this world. But if you understand that this whole world is a preparation, everything here is a stage of growth, is a challenge, it's hard, it's difficult, it's work, it's effort, then everything changes, because you are able to even start enjoying the toil and the work and the effort, all the suffering, all the problems, all the pain, all the challenges. Every day there's something else. One is sick, one is fighting in a relationship, one is I don't know, financial problems, and who knows what. We always have problem with the kids. So we all have problems non-stop. And the idea is, yeah, you know why? Because you are meant to grow, 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 grow. So every challenge, every problem, every challenge is here to make you grow. It's here to refine you. It's here to use it and to get ready for the world to come. The world to come is where really we're gonna rest, so to speak. The only rest is really when it's spiritual, because that's when someone meditates. He doesn't move. He's resting. Yeshiva, you're sitting, you're stagnating in a place. Spiritually, you're in Gan Eden, you're in the spiritual world, and therefore there's no other place to go. You're there with God, so to speak. Obviously, there's growth also in the spiritual world, but it's different than here. There is everything is spiritual, but here is the physical world, and the physical world they needs to go through phases of transformation, of evolution, of growth, and that it's difficult. It's difficult. So this gives you it's when you understand that all my problems, everything that's happening, is here for me to get ready for the world to come. It's here for me to learn something about it, or just go through it and persevere. Then life becomes easier. You don't have to look at all those things as a punishment, God forbid, or things like that. All is here for you to go to the next stage. We know that Yaakov, it says Vayeshev Yaakov settled, and the moment he settled, when he say, finally I'm gonna have a nice tranquil life, Hashem right away, he sent some big challenge to him, and finally he realized. I mean, that's what the commentary says, that you think you're gonna come in this world and just relax. Sorry, bad news. This world is not for that. This world is gonna challenge you all the time with different problems. So it's really a matter of perspective and attitude. We can have a wonderful life of challenges, or we can have a hell of a life of challenges, and we have really to go with the right attitude. Otherwise, you're not really going to enjoy this world. It says in the Gemara that anybody who doesn't have any problems for 40 days consecutively, and he has absolutely no problem. It can be a simple problem. If nothing happening to him for 40 days, it's a very bad sign for him. That because who doesn't have even this minute problem once every 40 days, right? Because obviously God gives someone who just want to live for this world, which is usually, Rashaim, people who are wicked, they only want to live for this world, and God gives them, you want to enjoy this world? Okay, I'll give you Gan Eden here. But you have no Gan Eden later, so you get the limited time. Limited type of 5-star hotel. So this is very important for us to be happy in life. If we understand that I'm here to toil, I'm here to work hard, then I don't have to question myself, why is life so hard and so difficult, so unfair? Yeah, it is like that here. And you have to use it the right way. Interestingly, there's a new pshat. It says that Paro asked Yaakov about the days of his life in Egypt. When he came to Egypt, Paro asked him, "No, how was the days of your life?" And Yaakov says, "Oh, my days were bad." Right? That's why Yaakov answered Paro. And some commentaries, there's a lot of different opinion, but it sounds very weird that Yaakov would say that it would be bad for him, because that's what you say. Yaakov, the tzaddik, says my days were bad, and it was 130 days. 130 years. So how do we understand that it says 130 years were bad? So here it says, I read it straight from the Hebrew, in Parshas Vayigash Mem Zayin. Paro said to Yaakov, "How many are the days of the years of your life?" Yaakov answered Paro, "The days of the years of my sojourn have been 130 years. Few and bad have been the days of the years of my life." and they have not reached the lifespan of my forefathers in days of their sojourn. Then Yaakov blessed Pharaoh and left Pharaoh's presence. Like very, very strange. Really, that's what you say? You're the tzaddik and say you have a bad life, 130 years of bad life, your whole life was bad. So really what I think it means, well, based on what we're saying, really he was saying, yeah, I have had a life that is full of challenge and experiences, and I got my daughter raped, I got my sons destroying a city, making my name look bad, have my sons fighting with each other, they sell, once the brothers sold each other to try to kill each other and sell to the Muslim and no, not the Muslim, the Arabs every time, and then whatever, non-stop problem. Yaakov with Lavan and Rachel and Leah and all the fights and the trickery, and he had a really tough life, non-stop problem. And yes, that's and 130 years. And we know that the 130 years correspond to Adam Arishon, who was disconnected from his wife for 130 years. So we see here that he was here to rectify 130 years of tikkun. He was here that needed rectification, and he had to go through so many things. So now we understand that those evil days, so to speak, right? Those evil days are days that are good, really. They are days of fixing the evil. It's not that they're evil days per se. They're days where you fight the battle of the evil. You have to fight the Malach of Esav. You have to fight the Yetzer Hara. You have to fight everything. It's a constant battle. And we have to be aware of that. So if I understand, I wake up every morning and say, today I'm going to have challenges, I'm ready for the battle, and I'm going to fight all the problems of this world, and I'm not worried I'm not concerned that everything should be at peace. Yes, we all want peace, and we all want to be relaxed and be able to enjoy this world. But you can also enjoy this world through those battles and winning the battles. But if my focus is only on physical relaxation and pleasure, I'm not gonna be happy in this world. So that should be a big lesson. I think it's a very big lesson, because that's where we struggle. Who are the people who are angry at God or not happy with life? Or that the people who have problems in their life, and they say it's not fair. This is what life is about. I don't want it. Well, yeah, you're right, because this life is the life of work. The reward is later, is in the spiritual world once you die. So obviously, if you don't believe that there's a future world, then yeah, I feel bad for you, because then your whole life here, it's hell already. But if you understand that everything is a preparation, that doesn't make sense for human beings to be created and struggle so much just for no reason, then it doesn't make sense. And therefore you need to take advantage of this world, the awareness of that everything here is a work that you have to do, and every day you're gonna have to fight the battle, and God willing, be successful in dealing with all the problems. And you take every problem as an opportunity for growth, every problem as something you're fixing, every problem as a lesson for your life, and someone who knows he goes into battle, that is exciting. I'm going to battle. Someone who doesn't know is going to battle, he's terrified. The more you're ready for the battle, the more you train, right? Some people love to fight. They get the thrill out of it, Some people hate exercise, but some people, they get high through exercise, amphetamine, whatever. I forget all the 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 terms now. Adrenaline and everything that goes into your system when you work out. But it's hard to go work out, and it's painful and it's difficult and that. But once you do it and you have a goal and you want to grow through that thing and you see your muscles become bigger or whatever, then you get excited and you get the rush out of it. So that's the way we should approach our life in this world. And eventually, when we come into Moshiach comes and we experience the next stage of evolution, Olam Haba, where the spiritual is gonna be the primary thing, then there'll be no more battle and no more struggle with the physical. Therefore, all the challenges will be only spiritual challenge and beautiful. It'll be like a rest, so to speak. It'll be Shabbat, where you don't need to work on all that. You just experience everything you have created. You experience all the physical challenges that you had to go through. So this hopefully will give you enough strength to pass all your tests, all the suffering, all the pain, all the difficulties of the work, all the work and the toil. Whether you work in a warehouse and whatever job you make, it's like you feel like you're paying bills all day, and deal with the problems of the family and that. Feel like almost like a robot. But all those challenges, all this work, obviously there are different levels of how much you need to work that way. But all the challenges that we encounter that makes us feel like slave or servants, or it's part of the challenge of growth. And as we go through life, we'll get different ones, and hopefully we use each one of them to understand our life better and get closer to God. Anyway, that was a little bit long, but I think it's a very powerful thing to reflect on, because if you have that approach, then you can really enjoy life, the evil days of your life, so to speak. Evil in the sense of challenging. There's no evil per se, but we'll call it like the difficult days of your life. So use every one of them as understand that all those difficulties is a challenge, and it's what this world is about. And then we'll be ready. That will give us enough strength. That clarity gives us enough strength to continue till the end of time. And interesting, Yaakov at the end of 130 years finally has those 17 years Tov. He recognized that he had 130 years of challenge, and he fought for it. He didn't complain, but he says, few and my real life, the fruits of my life, to see the fruits. It's only in Egypt where I see all my children who are all united almost. And he lived for 17 years good in Egypt. Whatever those 17 good years meant. But 17 is Gematria Tov, and once he basically finished fixing those 130 years, he finished his mission basically in life. Then he could enjoy a life without worry of the physical challenges. Or we could say that once he had finished his mission, 130 years, then you finish your mission. So, or you don't need to fight anymore the physical. You reach such a madrega where you overcame your Yetzirah, and now you live a life that is without, you don't need all those challenges to make you grow anymore, because you have reached the highest level. Obviously, that's almost none of us. It's a very, very high level. But for us to understand the process. All right, may we all be successful in learning to enjoy the work. No pain, no gain. If we know that, if we enjoy the work, enjoy the pain, and not enjoy the pain, but understand that that it's a process, and there is meaning to that process, and there's a purpose, and that it's work that is gonna make us grow. Those challenges that make us grow, then we will appreciate each one of them and thank Hashem for them. That's the hardest part. Really loving Hashem is able to thank Hashem for all the pain and the struggle and the suffering that we went through. It's a very, very high level, but maybe one day we'll reach it. So may we all be successful.